Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting going right on the start. Today, thank God it's Friday, right? TGIF. So, hope everyone gets outside on the weekend, spend some time with your family and friends. Go outside, go on a hike, go to the beach, whatever you're doing, go to the lake, right? Do something great. Outside the charts will be here when you get back. Obviously, I still take glances at the charts on the phone, right, when I'm out and about, but still, it's good to get outside, right? So this stream is only going to be 30 minutes. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to hit the charts hard. If we have enough time, then we'll definitely chart some of your requests. Colson, we can definitely take a look at Inge, get all of this juice, right? Aldo, I'm here bright and early. Let's get it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Raised by the Ocean, let's go. Colson, longtime market sniper. Where did Inge get all this juice? So we're gonna dive in. We're gonna cover Bitcoin. Had another sell signal on the 4-hour chart. We mapped out two scenarios. We mapped out scenario A and scenario B, or scenario 1 and scenario 2. Right? I don't know why I typed in scenario A and B, but that's what I chose today on the banner. So we'll take a look at it. But scenario 1, scenario 2, it's still in play. Both of them are still in play. And we'll cover that together. But first, let's jump in. Stock heat map. You can see it's kind of flat overall, but you do have the bigger Magnificent Seven, like Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, all up today, right? Apple's flat, so we can take a glance at that. Crypto is down though. Crypto is down. Bitcoin's down almost 3% after a fake out to the upside. So we're gonna dive into that. Don't worry. Ethereum down 3%, and you got Cardano almost 4%. So is it going to be a correction? Right, there are signs that there's going to be a correction, and the higher time frames are still bullish. So it could either consolidate, right, while the higher time frames are still bullish, or go through a correction, and then so we'll kind of dive into it. We won't have an hour to spend on here, but we'll definitely jump into it. Jonathan, good morning. Welcome back, Jonathan. Rick's Moneymakers Hilton. Good morning, Jesse. Good morning, Rick. Welcome back. So that's the heat map. So this is one chart we want to take a look at real quick. Just check in. I like to do it. 23% of all S&P 500 percent of stocks above the 200-day moving average. There was only 23% of them back in end of October, and that was the low, right? And now yesterday we reached 80% of all S&P 500 stocks above the 200-day moving average, right? So 80% of all S&P 5 stocks are back above, and many investors, traders consider that to be bullish on a bull market. So it's just something we like to check in on. If we go back over here, if you're not following me over on the Twitter X app, I think most of you are, but if you're not, definitely go check it out. We're posting charts over there daily. And of course, if you want all the details and you want to be part of the Market Sniper community, then definitely join us over there. You can get the sharpshooter indicator and the Discord for $29. Or if you want to take a deeper dive, you want to pull back the curtain, you want to talk charts, you want to talk psychology, emotions, risk to reward ratios, all that stuff. You want to take a real deep dive. If you want to get serious, you want to get bot alerts, you want to get both indicators, you want a private discussion group, all that stuff, then consider joining the recorded coaching. It's only $79. I think the value of that is really low. I think for lesser systems out there, it's like $150 a month. So we don't have any Black Friday deals. We don't have any annual deals to try to trap you in, right? We just give you a low price year round, and that's what we believe in, and that's what we do. So this chart was posted, scenario A and B, right? This was posted. We talked about it. I put out a video. Go check it out. I put out a video back on Sunday before this big candle broke down. It was starting to break down. There was a pending sell signal back on the 11th, and I already had these targets mapped out to the downside: 1, 2, 3, and 4. I unhighlighted this one just so we could see the price a little bit better. But target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4. I think you can see my cursor. So, and while I was recording the video, it smashed down and hit 3 of the 4 targets, right? So you can go back to that video, check it out. We were talking about it. We covered it. Already had like ideas mapped out. And then we were taking a deeper dive. It was starting to look like it was finding support at target 3, right? So I put the X here for target 4 as of right now. So it was finding support, right? And then push back up. And then we push before this was even a buy signal. We are already talking about watch out for this resistance, right? And above that means, hey, we might be going to the higher targets. So it's not guaranteed that we're going higher first before the halving, right? So we laid out 2 scenarios. One, would it come up like this, kind of get rejected, put in a higher low, and then break out, right? That happens a lot, especially with Bitcoin. I've seen this pattern play out many times in the past. Or is it possible that it puts in a lower high, right? Wherever that is, and comes back down, hits target 4. If target 4 doesn't find support and then becomes the next buy the dip scenario, then we got to talk about lower targets. So we're mapping it out ahead of time. We're mapping it out in real time. We're playing it out in real time, and we're not going to be caught off guard, right? Sometimes we are, but for the most part, we're not going to be. We're going to try to be on the right side and continue to sniper the markets together. So I appreciate all of you. 6 minutes in, we're going to hit the charts heavy. Just want to do a quick recap of it all. We're going to only be on here for 30 minutes tops. I've got to go meet some of my crew, my two longtime friends. We're going to go have lunch down in Newport Beach. So I got to get going. So sorry, I can't spend an hour and 45 minutes like I did earlier in this week, but we'll get to it. We'll get through the meat of the bone there. Ollie, hi Jesse, good morning. Juan Carlos, hola Juan. No cap flipping today. Nope, we're strictly business today, Aldo. No cap flipping, no hour today. Raised with Ocean. I like the fast-paced 30 minutes thing going on. We're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna go fast. Love it. Awesome. Good evening, Jesse. Gert, Jan, welcome back. All right, so that's the recap, right? That's the recap. That's what we're looking at, the heat map, the recap, the heat map. No, we're not rappers, but we'll rhyme sometimes on accident. Very childish rhymes. We'll do it. We don't care. So this is Bitcoin 4-hour chart. This is a lower time frame. So if we look at the weekly chart, it's still bullish. If we look at the daily chart, it's still currently bullish, holding on, right? The 4-hour chart does have a sell signal here, right? And if you look at here, there's bearish divergence going back here, right? In my opinion, that was cleared out. So this could be a lower high. This could be a lower high in the 4-hour chart. But one thing to consider is if we go back to the daily chart, there's bearish divergence on the daily chart. And we've been talking about it. We've been covering it every single live stream, every video. We talked about it back here October 25th. We talked about it here November 1st. We talked about it again November 15th. There's a reverse candle. We talked about all that bearish divergence. We said there was no lower high. Could this be a lower high? It could have been, but we said it's not confirmed. We said this could be a possible lower high, not confirmed. And then after all these wicks, we started flipping around and saying, hey, the next one, we get a close above, it's going to break out to the upside, right? And could put in additional bearish divergence. And it did, right? And it could do that again. It could put in additional bearish divergence, but as time goes along, as what we talked about the last few days, as time continues on, it becomes less and less likely, right? So less and less likely. And this could be a possible lower high, right? You can see RSI is starting to break down. If RSI takes this out here at 57, it hasn't yet. If it closes below it today, tomorrow, the next day, whatever, the probabilities are increasing that we're going to come back down for a retracement, right? And that yellow target that we have longer term before the halving, right? Before the halving, things that we've been talking about, the probabilities are stacking up. If we get a close back below here, take out this pivot point here at 57. And then ultimately, of course, once we get a sell signal, right? Once we get a sell signal, then that's going to be even a higher probability. We're going to come back down to that 34, 32 confluence area right there. So let's go back to the 4-hour chart and then recap what we talked about for scenario A and B. Let's do that. And so scenario A and B, let's turn on the targets here. This is what we had, right? This is what we had on there. And so it was looking like it was finding support on this lower time frame. Came out. This could be a fake out. This could be a fake out to the upside. Remember, this is a lower time frame. Uh, so this could be a fake out to the upside. It did wick all the way back down to the same area that I thought it could possibly put in a lower high. So both scenarios are on the table as of right now. Scenario one, scenario two, right? Could it come back down, find support, put in a higher low, right? It could even put in a higher low down here. It's possible, right? Puts in a higher low down here, and then it takes a little bit more time to break out. Maybe something like that, right? Maybe something like that. But we're drawing out these scenarios in real time. What? Not because we can predict what's going to happen. We've seen these patterns a lot. We'll see these patterns a lot over and over again. And when you obsess over charts like I do, like a lot of you do in the Discord, when you obsess over charts, you're going to start to recognize patterns, right? You're going to start to recognize that, hey, I've seen this before. I've seen Bitcoin do this before. Doesn't mean it's going to 100% going to happen again. And that's why we have scenario B, scenario two, the red scenario here, because we've also seen it, fake out to the upside. And that was it after bearish divergence. And then comes back down to lower targets, right? And then if it breaks down from there, right? We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We don't need to worry about it yet. We are prepared. Yes, we are prepared, but we don't need to worry about it quite yet, right? So if it were to break back down and it doesn't find support at target 4, then the big red arrow comes into play, and then that deeper, longer correction, possibly before the halving event, kind of loading up for the pre-halving event, and comes back down. It's happened in the past. Doesn't mean it will happen again. But that's something that's on our radar. That's on our target. So let's jump back to the daily chart. That's the 4-hour chart there. We're 12 minutes in. We want to cover some other charts too, especially crypto too. We want to take a look at it. Some of it's down 4 to 5%. So we want to take a look at it 12 minutes in. Got 18 minutes here. Aldo, I'll see you in an hour. Yep, replay crew. Cool. So that's what we're kind of looking at. It's still bullish on the daily chart for Bitcoin, right? It's still bullish on the weekly chart, still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. So it could flip back around. But the weekly chart is slower moving, right? So we still have two scenarios, right? And since it's still ultra bullish, those two scenarios play out. It's possible comes back up here first, hits 48,600, then comes back down, possibly comes back down in this target area before the halving, and then kind of finds support and comes back up. And then that would be potentially the full bull run. So that's Bitcoin. If you let me know if you have any follow-up questions, see if we got some time to get through it all. That's Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Ethereum, right? Still holding on. Remember, I think there's bearish divergence here. Yep. So just keep in mind, this longer-term target 2 box has been hit. No, I mean, you'll still be here in an hour from now. No, I got to go. I don't have a choice, Aldo. So even if I don't get through everything, I got to wrap it. I got to call it right at 30 minutes. But yeah, I mean, at heart, I probably would, right? But no, I have to go. I don't like to be late, right? I don't like to be late. So bearish divergence. As you can see, we've started every live stream right at 9 a.m. I've never missed 70 live streams. I've never missed it. I've never been late, right? So you know my track record. I don't like to be late. I don't like to have people waiting on me. I'm usually early, and people usually wait on me. I'm usually early. So bearish divergence on Ethereum. This could be a possible lower high. It could be a possible lower high. Still holding the trend line. Had a fake out here. Comes back up. Could close back below the trading dots. Could come in for a deeper correction on Ethereum. So be aware of that, right? Bearish divergence, possible lower high, not confirmed, right? What is it? Sand? Sand, I have bearish divergence, possible lower high. Way too early to call it, right? Way too early to call it. Bearish divergence, possible lower high there, right? They're all going to start looking the same, right? Bearish divergence on near, possible lower high. Too early to call it. When it happens, though, it happens fast, and you'll be caught off guard, right? But Man, I'm thirsty today. I don't know why I'm so thirsty today, but I am. So I'm gonna drink a bunch of water on this quick 30 minutes, 15 minutes in. We gotta get rocking and rolling. We gotta go faster. Near bearish divergence, possible lower high. Let's go. Dot bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence, no possible lower high yet, just bearish divergence. Remember, keep in mind, all these higher time frames are still ultra bullish, if not bullish. So they could also just consolidate sideways, right? It's always possible to consolidate sideways. Even the bearish divergence comes back up, lets the trending dots kind of catch up and then takes off to the upside, right? So I'm not saying they're crashing down to zero. I'm just saying the next, if the bearish divergence plays out, it's the next buy the dip scenario, right? So that's all I'm saying. The next possible buy the dip scenario on all of these. Chain link, let's take a look at it. You've got, you already had bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. And then this could be a possible lower high. Had a sell signal, pumped back up after bearish divergence, could be a possible lower high. This buy signal was below the trending dots, right? The trending dots are already curling back over left, right? So we got on chain link, we've got bearish divergence. We've got a possible lower high and already had a sell signal, pumped back up, could have another possible pending sell signal on the daily chart. If you look at the 4-hour chart, looks like more of a lower high there, but obviously not confirmed there. Chain link, just an awareness. I mean, these were some massive moves, right? These were some massive moves, and so we'll see if it retraces or not. It is still back above the 200-week moving average, right? So we'll see if it just consolidates sideways. It's basically been going sideways since November 8th, right? So more than a month. It's already been consolidating sideways. So it could just be a more shallow correction, possibly, and then it comes back up and continues up. This has hit longer term target too, though. So Solana, Juan, good morning. We got bearish divergence, right, on Solana. So bearish divergence. So we'll see. It's still early. And, our finger on the pulse. I've seen so many comments, so many people that didn't get into Solana and they're like, should I get it now? Should I get it now? And of course, my response is I don't give financial advice. None of this financial advice. This is education and entertainment purposes only. I don't give financial advice. If you ask me if you should get in, I'm always going to respond with, no matter how many times you ask me, you can ask me 2-3 different ways. My response is I don't give financial advice, right? You have to make your own decisions. We started the Discord to teach you, to show you what I see, and to give you the tools to help you make your own decisions. So I don't want to get on a long rant because we only got 12 more minutes to go. But if you're starting to see a lot of comments about Solana going to the moon, Solana, and people who never got into Solana, which the buy was back here below $20, right? The buy was back below $20, and then you had another one back here at $21, under $22, and then it was a massive move up. You start to see a lot of retail, newer people or not as experienced people. They're feeling that fear of missing out. Their fear of missing out. They missed it. Guess what? Crypto, right? It's crypto. After bearish divergence, if there's a lower high, it's going to be confirmed that there's going to be a deeper correction. And whoever's getting in now, they're going to have to feel some pain at some point, right? They're going to have to feel some pain. We all have. And welcome to crypto, right? Welcome to high risk stocks. Welcome, right? So, Rick's Moneymaker, something Bitcoin tester or sniper patience. Well, you got to have patience if you're going to be a sniper. Arnold, good morning. Welcome back. The crowd is warning sign to distance yourself. I know. Yep. So, I've seen so many comments. I got direct messages, blah, 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 right? Is bearish divergence, that's just a warning sign, right? As Colson said, it's just a warning sign. So be aware when everyone is like, oh, we missed out, all the YouTubers, all the Twitter X app, Solana. When it's super heated, super bullish, be aware. listen to the bearish divergences, watch for those lower highs, watch for those sell signals, and then expect corrections along the way. All right, that's that. Cardano has been on fire, right? No bearish divergence longer term, but shorter term bearish divergence, right? Shorter term bearish divergence here. It's right into the 200-week moving average. Could see, possible pullback, but it's still ultra bullish, right? I wouldn't be shorting these, right? I wouldn't be shorting these. Matic, bearish divergence, reversal candle, possible lower high there, right? Huge move up, bearish divergence, possible lower high on Matic. They're all starting to look similar. We don't need to keep going. Hut, pending buy signal on Hut. Oh, we've been covering in the Discord, even on the 1 hour chart back down here. We were covering it. We were covering it on the 4 hour chart. We were covering it on the 4 hour chart in the Discord, right? Breaking back above. And then there's a pending buy signal on the 4 hour chart. I was already in. I was already in it to win it. Target one's been hit. Oh, woo, woo, woo. So there we go. We don't know how high, how far it's going to go. What if it hits similar targets to Bitfarm? What if Hut comes back up and hits the 200-week moving average, similar to Bitfarm, similar to Hive, similar to Clean Spark, similar to Marathon Digital, similar to Riot, right? It is possible. There's a buy signal, sell signal, whatever, but back above the trending dots, right? Now we have another pending buy signal. We are all over it in the Discord. I was posting it in the Discord. I was mapping it out. Before there was a buy signal on the 1 hour chart, before it was $9, I mapped it out in the Discord. It was looking like, hey, is it the bottom, right? Where is it? I don't know. It's something like that. I'm not going to replay it, but on the Discord, you have to go look. It's all there. It's all time stamped. I was talking about it back here. Hey, it looks like it's the bottom is in on Hut, possibly even on the 1 hour chart. It's in hindsight, it was starting to look like that. Finally, a buy signal at $9. $9 started to push back up. 4 hours right there, right? And here we are. So pending buy signal on Hut. Great time to be a market sniper, right? Here we are, NASDAQ. Let's get back on the daily chart. Still ultra bullish on the daily chart. Remember, we kind of mapped this out. It's in price discovery mode, all-time highs right now. It's harder to pick targets on all-time highs, right? Because there's no anchor points. There's no anchor points. So it's going parabolic. You got this strong upward trend here, and now price is going parabolic as of right now, $16,850. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. It's trending upward. Don't fight the bulls, right? So that's NASDAQ. What else? TDOC is down almost 3% today. Unity Software, ultra bullish, closing in on target 4. Path, Target. Is Target going to get a correction? It's been ultra bullish. It's been a huge move since that buy signal. And there's a gap at 112. Be aware of, right? You got 23 minutes. Jeff Lowe. Morning, Jesse. Not working today and glad to be here. Awesome, Jeff Lowe. Awesome. If you're the replay crew, I appreciate that. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. Help me. Help you. Help me. I appreciate all of you. Go Hut, definitely testing our patience. Yeah, well, it's not testing it as much now, right? We'll see if it takes off to the upside. I hope so. That'd be awesome. How you see natural gas like UNG? UNG was crashing. It was really bearish. So let me just see if anything else jumps out. We got natural gas here. Here's natural gas. We could look at UNG too. It became ultra bearish on the daily chart. It was becoming oversold, right? There's no bullish divergence. It's still below the trending dots. It's still below the 200-week moving average, right? So it's really bearish, but it could be putting in a higher low at some point. This is a low down here at $2. This is natural gas, so it's gonna be similar thoughts on UNG, I'm sure. So I just want to take a look at it just to save time because we don't have an hour. So I just saw natural gas and I just went with it. So I hope it answers your question, Juan. But yeah, possible high or low, we don't know yet. Too early to say. This is a sharp move back. Could be a sharp retracement up, possibly a quick V. We don't know yet, but it could put in lower prices, put in bullish divergence. So be aware of that. This is probably bullish divergence back here. Yep, bullish divergence back here, right? So it is possible. Like when there's these quick, sharp Vs, it comes smashing right back down, put in bullish divergence. So when the weekly chart is bearish, right? So probably looking for a higher low at some point, but watch out, right? I wouldn't be buying. I wouldn't be buying. I'd be waiting for a higher probability reversal. So whatever that looks like, that's about it on that. Let's see on here on let's see, Bitcoin down 2.2%. Let's go back to it. See, I think someone had let's go. I don't know if we have too much time here. Got about 5 minutes. I gotta stick right to the 5 minutes. What else? Lawrence, what up, Lawrence? Brandon, can you look at Tesla if you have time? Looks like a breakout. Yeah, I think it broke out already. Maybe we can take a look at the higher time frames. Let's see, Tesla. We only have a few minutes here, so gotta stick to it. Let's just go to Magnificent Seven. Tesla, yeah, it broke out already, right? It broke out already. So we were watching it. Remember, had this is a daily chart. Buy signal kind of consolidated sideways, fake out to the downside. There was two pending sell signals, right? Two pending sell signals. Never did flip back around. So it was a fake out to the downside. It was a bear trap. No sell signals there. We had two options, right? There. And now yesterday it broke out and now it's pushing up after that. So that was the breakout was yesterday, right? And the buy signal was back here. And so buy signal went sideways, coiled, fake out to the downside, flipped right back around. So yeah, there was a breakout yesterday on Tesla daily chart. The weekly chart had a buy signal as well at 234. So it's just been bullish since the weekly chart, right? The weekly chart wicked down on the weekly chart 227, flipped right back above. So yeah, it already broke out. It broke out yesterday in the daily chart quickly. There was buy signal on the weekly chart at 234. And again, the daily chart was also buy signal at about 238. So the weekly chart was even a better buy, which is interesting. Usually the daily chart's first, but in this case, it had gapped up after the buy signal. So anyways, that's Tesla. We're at 27 minutes. Happy Friday. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of your support. I think we're running out of time here. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate. I think we've made like $5 since we become monetized on YouTube. We've put in countless hours now. We're already at 112 public videos / live streams, right? 112. We made $5. We invested about $2,000 to make sure we could stream this properly, right? We wanted to do things right. So we've clawed back $5 of the $2,000 so far. It's a rough estimate of $2,000. There might be more because this streaming software is $50 a month. So I'm going to be negative for a while, right? So I'll be negative. It's okay. It's that's what I committed to, right? So it's all good. So with that, if you could smash the like and help me out, right? That'd be great. So we're going to be negative here for a while. We're going to be negative on our time investment, but that's okay. As long as you guys smash the like button and you smash these comments like you have been, I appreciate all of your comments. And if you continue to smash the subscribe button, then I'll appreciate that. And I'll continue onward, invest my time, invest my money with the streaming software and all that. And I hope you enjoyed the show. I appreciate that. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your night. Slow and steady. I appreciate it. Smash the like button and we'll be here. Have a good weekend. Thanks again. And we'll see you on the next one. Quick and dirty today. Let's go.